Hello, welcome back to Algebra Online. Today we are day 2 on graphing systems of equations, and today is just a little bit different because you're going to have one equation that's going to be in standard form and then one equation that's going to be in slope-intercept form. All right, so let's start off with first talking about what a solution to a system means, right? And so if you have a system, two or more equations, and you are looking for the solution, you are essentially looking for the coordinate, for a point where those three lines intersect. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, as always, because we are graphing, and maybe you do not have graph paper at home, I highly recommend pausing this video right now and drawing and making 4 graphs on your paper. We're going to do 4 examples today, and so you'll want to have all 4 of them ready. I suggest for the problems that I have prepared for you today to go 8 in each direction, and then try to have them evenly spaced, and that will help with your precision in graphing the equations. Okay, so hopefully now you have all 4 graphs ready to go, and we're going to go ahead and start with graphing the first equation. So the first equation is in slope-intercept form, y equals 1/2 x minus 7. So let's just go ahead and graph that right away. I'm going to go down 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and place a point. And then I am going to use the slope to find the next points on that line, which is 1/2. So I'm going to go up 1 and over 2, up 1 and over 2, and I'm just going to continue all the way across the coordinate grid, and then I'm going to draw a nice straight line. Remember, arrows on each side. Take a look at the second equation though. That one is just a little bit different. Notice that it's in standard form. Standard form means that both the x and the y are on the same side of the equation. So we would like the second equation to look like the first. We would like the standard form to be rewritten in slope-intercept form. So to do that, we just simply need to solve for y. We need to get this x to the other side. So this is a positive x, so I'm going to subtract x to the other side of the equation. Now I have y equals, and I want to write the x first because the number in front of x represents our slope. So I have negative x, subtract 4. Remember, I cannot combine those two because they are not like terms. Now that is my slope-intercept form in which I can graph. Let's go ahead and first graph the y-intercept at -4. So I'm going to go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and place my first point. And then the slope is a -1, right? It's a negative x, so there's a -1 in front of that x. So I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1. Down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1, and I found the point of intersection. So now I'm going to go ahead and just draw a nice straight line all the way across. Don't forget that we need to highlight exactly where the solution is and write it down. So there is the solution to our system, and that point is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, and I'll go ahead and do that for easy. 1, 2, 2, right? Yep. So +2 down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that is a +2, -6, and that is the solution to our equation. All right, so 1 down, 3 to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to recognize that the first equation is written in slope-intercept form, so I'm going to graph that equation. So I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to place my first point, and then that's a +1/2, so I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 2, up 1 and to the right 2, and I'm just going to continue across the graph. And then I'm also going to go in the other direction, so I'm going to go down 1 and back 2. Negative and a negative is going to give me that positive slope. Perfect. So now that I have represented all of the points, the perfect points that are going to be on this line, I'm going to very carefully kind of draw a straight line, best that you can. And then we're going to take a look at the second equation. So the second equation is in standard form, so let's rewrite it in slope-intercept form. The goal is to get the y by itself, and so I'm going to take 2x and I'm going to subtract it to the other side. So then I now have y equals, now remember, this -2 and this -2x are not like terms. We cannot combine them, but we can write them next to each other. And I'm going to choose to write the 2x first because in slope-intercept form, our slope, our x, the number in front of x goes first, then our variable x, and then the subtract 2. Now let's go ahead and graph that and see where these two lines intersect. I'm going to start at -2, and then I'm going to follow the slope. Now the slope is going to be -2 over 1. So from that point you could go down 2 and +1, but that is going in the opposite direction of the other line. So now then I'm going to go up 2 and back 1, up 2 and back 1, and there I have found the point of intersection. The solution to this system is right here. And that is the point -2, +2. Done. Let's do one more together, and then I'm going to invite you to try one on your own. So let's go ahead and do this one together. It'll be our last one together before you try one. So the first equation is in slope-intercept form, +4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go ahead and place my first point. I notice the slope is a +1, the number in front of x, so I'm going to go up 1 over 1, and I'm going to continue that point, all those points in each direction. So I'm going to go down 1 to the left 1, still representing a positive slope here, all the points on this line, perfect. Then I'm just going to go ahead and draw a nice straight line best that I can. Now the next equation, now that's in standard form. So let's go ahead and solve for y. I have an x and I have a 3. Well, let's move the x to the other side. And when we do that, we now have 3y equals a -x minus 12. Now that is still not by itself. The y is being multiplied by 3. So let's go ahead and do, oh, that's a highlighter. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and divide by 3. It looks kind of cool actually. Divide by 3 and divide by 3. Remember, we have to divide every single term by 3. And so now they cancel, and y equals, it is understood that there is a 1 here, so I'm going to rewrite this to say -1 over 3x, and a -12 divided by 3, now that's a -4, and now I have rewritten that equation in slope-intercept form, which is more helpful for us to graph. So I'm going to go ahead and first graph the y-intercept, -1, 2, 3, 4 is here, and then it is down 1 to the right 3, down 1 to the right 3, and I notice that that is going away from the line, so I'm going to go in the opposite direction. I'm going to go up 1 and back 3, up 1 and back 3, all the way till that same pattern with slope till you hit the other equation. And now we have found the solution to our system, and the solution to our system is here, and that point, I'm going to write it right here. That point is -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? -6, just double check. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Down 1, 2. So that would be a -2. -6, -2. Final answer. All right, are you ready to try one on your own? Yes, yes you are. Here it is. Press pause, try it out, and let's see how you do. All right, let's see how you graph the first equation. Did you start down 1, 2, 3, 4 and place your point? 1, 2, 3, yep. And then up 1 over 1? Oh yes, that one slope is a lot of points for sure. I'm also going to go in the opposite direction and then very carefully try to draw a nice straight line. All right, second equation, let's take a look at it. Our goal is to get y by itself, and it's in standard form, so we need to convert standard form to slope-intercept form by getting the y by itself. So I'm going to subtract the x from each side. So now I have 2y equals a -x plus 10. Last step, let's divide by 2. And now I have a final answer is y equals -1 over 2x plus 5. Now we can graph the slope-intercept form. So I'm going to start off with a +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the slope is -1 over 2, so down 1, to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, and I found the point of intersection. So now I'm going to very carefully draw a straight line. I am going to highlight that point right there, and I'm going to write that final solution. The solution to the system is the point. Let's see how many we're going over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 2. So positive 6, 2. All right, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's lesson, and I will see you next time. Bye.